These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of quiz challengers attempt to beat the greatest quiz team in Britain, the Eggheads. And today's fearsome foursome are Chris, the Steamroller, Steve, Pat, known as the Shark because he moves silently, and Lisa, the Voice. All right, Eggs, a little bit battered and bruised, aren't we?
Yes.
A hard old game, the last one. Let's see how you do today. Hoping they've got all the answers are Quizness Secrets of the Pharaohs. Now, this team of friends share a passion for music and have all been in various incarnations of bands together. They're no slouches when it comes to quizzing either, with Dan, Fred and Greg once beating Rachel Riley and 2 University Challenge champions in a pub quiz. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Dan and I'm a recruitment manager.
Hi, I'm Fred and I'm a consultant.
Hi, I'm Greg, and I own a recruitment business and a start-up record label.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm a client advisor.
Dan and team, hello.
Hello.
Great to see you. You've got to explain the name first. Quizness Secrets of the Pharaohs.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one, but we're all very big fans of the show Peep Show. And the character Mark Corrigan, played by David Mitchell, he wrote a book called Business Secrets of the Pharaohs. So it's an homage to Peep Show.
So, you like to quiz, do you, Dan?
Yeah, we do indeed, yeah. We've done various pub quizzes over the years, and at St Christopher's, our first school, I think we used to do a number of general knowledge questions and things like that, so... Yeah,
what I like is that at least 3 of you met at an incredibly young age.
I think you make your best friends when you're at school, or you just don't make any other friends at university. But Matt, Greg and I met at St Christopher's when we were about...
8 or 9?
8 or 9 or something. Then we went to Brighton College after that, where we met this one, Fred. And we've been friends ever since.
How wonderful. Well, listen, I hope this doesn't in any way endanger the friendship.
It might do.
Good luck, challengers. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs. If the challengers fail to defeat the Eggheads, we roll the prize money over to the next show. Quizness Secrets of the Pharaohs. I can tell you that the challengers won the last game. The Eggheads were dismantled somewhat by an extraordinary team. So the jackpot is reset. There's £1,000 for you to win if you beat them today. Shall we crack on?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. The first head-to-head battle is on film and TV. So who would like this? Film and TV.
Dan?
Can I volunteer myself for
You
this
can.
round?
Team captain bravely going into the breach. You've got Chris, Steve, Pat, Lisa.
Steve, maybe?
We're gonna go with Steve.
Catch him cold. That's a good tactic. Dan from Quizness Secrets of the Pharaohs against Steve from the Eggheads, known as the Van because he drives a van full of books. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions in our famous question room. OK, well, good luck in this round. It's film and TV. And Dan, you can choose whether you go first or second.
I think I'll go first.
OK, in the TV show Peppa Pig, what type of animal is Peppa's best friend, Susie? Is Susie cat, sheep or elephant?
Well, it's a good job my little boy Dylan watches Peppa Pig religiously, so I know a lot about this show. It's definitely not a cat. I think the elephant is a definite no, so I'm going to go with Susie Sheep.
Susie is a sheep. Well done. Steve, the presenting duo Ant and Dec first found fame as actors on which teen drama? Biker Grove, Grange Hill or Press Gang?
My first thought of Biker Grove, but Press Gang's throwing me a bit. I don't know why, but I'm going to stick with Biker Grove, Jeremy.
Yes, Biker Grove, famously. Well done. Back to you, Dan. Jerry Bruckheimer is a famous name in which field of filmmaking? Producing, writing or directing?
I believe Jerry Bruckheimer's done a number of the big 90s action films like Con Air and Face Off, and I think he was involved as a producer, so I'm going to say producing.
Yeah, producing is right. OK, Steve, to catch up. Second question. Which famous character did the English actor Alan Rickman play in his first credited film role? Sheriff of Nottingham, Professor Snape or Hans Gruber?
First film role. I think it's Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber is right. Well done. Okay, 2-2, and back to you we go, Dan. Who stars opposite Sean Bean in the 2022 TV drama Marriage? Emily Watson, Sarah Lancashire, or Nicola Walker?
Joe, I watched this religiously with my wife. It's quite dull, but I still thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm going to say Nicola Walker.
Nicola Walker is right. You're quizzing well. 3 out of 3. I think this is a good quizzing team. Steve, Prey, which is P-R-E-Y, the 2022 film that is part of the Predator franchise, is set in which era? The past, present, or future?
Now, this is a bit disturbing because I've seen it. Now, where are they? It's like some tribe, and it's, oh, yeah, it's coming back to like Civil War sort of era, I think. Yeah, I'm going to say the past, Jeremy.
The past is correct. So we go to sudden death. Dan, it gets a bit harder now. I don't give you alternatives. In which late 1970s and early 80s television science fiction series did Josette Simon play Dana and Stephen Pacey a character called Del Tarrant?
I'm going to have to just fathom a guess here, and I'm going to say Star Trek, but I'm pretty sure it's not right.
No, Blake Seven. I used to love that. Okay, you can take it with this, Steve. Who won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his role in the 2012 film Django Unchained?
Christoph Waltz?
That's a brilliant answer. It is Christoph Waltz. Well done. You've got that with the Best Supporting Actor Oscar, and you're in the final. Bad luck, Dan. Sorry. It can be swift, the ending of these rounds. Come back, rejoin your teams, and we'll see what happens next. All the challengers have lost the team captain, Dan. The Eggheads are still all there, all 4 of them, and the next subject is history. Who would like this? Is it Fred or Greg or Matt?
This is a tough one because we wanted to leave you for general knowledge, but you're probably the strongest at history, Greg.
Unfortunately, that might be the case.
I think we're going to have to go with Greg.
Which Egghead? Now the tricky bit, as Basil Fawlty said. So it's Chris, Pat, or Lisa?
I think we try and eliminate Pat.
OK.
I think we're going to go with Pat.
OK, Greg is from Quizness Secrets of the Pharaohs. He's going in against Pat, who had a tough old game the last game, didn't you? We tried to forget it.
What doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
Exactly, known as the Shark. Please, both of you, go into the question room now. Greg, good luck here against Pat. History is the subject. I was looking up your stats, Pat. Do you know how many you've lost?
Oh, this is a bit dangerous. If I go too low, it looks cocky, and if I go 5, maybe
1.
1. Oh,
Yeah.
We've got this.
So, but that means he's overdue.
Yeah.
Another, right?
Absolutely.
Greg, think about it that way. Would you like the first or second set of questions, Greg?
I'm going to be bold, Jeremy, and ask for the first set, please.
OK, loving this challenging team. There's something about them, Eggs. In the first half of the 20th century, Zeppelins were used to transport people by which means? Sea, road, or air?
Well, some music-related names. Zeppelin, obviously, the great band Led Zeppelin. I believe a Zeppelin is an airship, so I'm going to say air.
Air is right. OK, Pat. According to a series of World War II propaganda posters by Cyril Kenneth Byrd, careless talk does what? Loses wars, costs lives, or sinks ships?
it's not loses wars. Careless talk costs lives. Careless talk sinks ships. This should be easy. Should be automatic for me. I think I'll go for sinks ships.
I'm amazed. OK. Careless talk costs lives.
Loose lips sink ships.
Loose lips sinks ships. I've hexed you. I'm sorry. So look, Greg, focus now.
Still very early days, but
No, come
it's a
on.
good start.
Just keep getting them right, and you're in the final.
Sure.
The Enlightenment was a period of history, also commonly known as the Age of what? Was it the Age of Reason, Science, or Logic?
Age of Reason sounds, forgive the pun, logical. So I'm going to say reason.
Reason is right. 2 out of 2. This is interesting. OK, Pat. Need to get this right. The brown bess used by British forces in the 18th century was what type of weapon? Sabre, musket, or cannon, Pat?
I think that's a gun rather than a cannon. So I think I can dismiss sabre. And I think soldiers were issued with brown besses, so really cannon doesn't fit the bill. So I think it's a musket.
It is a musket. OK, Okay. So Pat has a point. If you get this one right, though, Greg, you're in the final round. You'll be only the second person in the history of Eggheads, more than 2,000 shows, to have beaten Pat on history.
Crazy.
Mobutu Sese Seko became the leader of which country after a 1965 military coup? Rhodesia, Uganda, or Democratic Republic of Congo?
So Rhodesia was if I'm not mistaken, the former name of Zimbabwe. And Uganda, you think of Idi Amin. I'm going to have to say Congo.
Congo. At the time, it was not called that, I don't think. I think it was probably Zaire. But you're absolutely right. DR Congo is the answer. Well done, 3 out of 3. Pat, sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned your brilliant stats, should I?
A blunder on my part.
Yeah, very, very uncharacteristic. So, well, I told you I had a feeling about this team. We'll be back shortly. See you after this break. Welcome back. As it stands, Quizness Secrets of the Pharaohs have lost 1 brain from the final round, but the Eggheads have lost 1 as well. The next subject, the last before the final, is arts and books. Who wants this?
Do you know, this is the one category we were hoping that wouldn't come up.
OK, well,
Typically
it's
it does
Fred
come
or
up.
Matt. Yeah, tricky then.
I'll take one for the team.
You sure?
Why not?
All right, Fred against which Eggheads? You've got 2 left on the end, Chris or Lisa.
I'll go with Chris.
So Fred from Quizness Secrets of the Pharaohs against Chris from the Eggheads. Are you ready, Chris? We have our ups and downs in this, don't we?
Yeah, we have our ups and downs. Fred was my dad's name, so that might be a bit of an omen.
Good or bad?
Well, you never know.
OK.
My dad, you don't know.
Chris was my dad's name, so...
Chris was your dad's name?
Yeah, well, he is my dad's name.
Oh, OK, right. He's watching
Great
now, I'm
secretary.
sure. Please take your positions in the question room. 3 questions on arts and books in turn. Fred, would you like the first or second set of questions?
I'll go first, please.
All right, let's see if we can get the challenges into a commanding position in the final. The 2022 novel, The Bullet That Missed, is the 3rd book by which author? J.K. Rowling, Richard Osman, or David Walliams?
Well, I think Richard Osman's only written 1 book that I know of, and J.K. Rowling, obviously famous for Harry Potter, so I've not read it, but I'm going to plump for David Williams.
It's not him, and Osman has done 3, so
Oh.
let's just work this out, because he did The Thursday Murder Club,
Yes.
and then The Man Who Died Twice.
Yes.
OK, and this is the 3rd one, The Bullet That Missed.
Yes.
He's prolific. Well done, Richard Osman. Bad luck, Fred. Chris has a chance to take the lead. Which of these famous poets lived most recently? John Milton, Alfred Lord Tennyson, or Geoffrey Chaucer?
That would be Alfred Lord Tennyson, Jeremy.
Yeah, who was the first of those 3?
Geoffrey Chaucer.
Right. Chris is in the lead. Fred, back to you. In the Divine Comedy, which Roman poet guides Dante on his journey through hell? Is it Virgil, Horace, or Ovid?
I'm going to take a guess and say Virgil.
Brilliant work, you're right. Virgil's the right answer, but you're level. Chris can get into the lead with this. Which pseudonym, Chris, was used by Anne Bronte for her novel Agnes Grey? Ellis Bell, Acton Bell, or Carabel?
Ah. It's grey. That was Carabel.
Let's think. Eggheads, do we know?
Yeah.
Those are all the Brontes with the different. So you had Emily, Charlotte, and Anne, and they were Ellis Bell for Emily, Currer for Charlotte, and Acton Bell for Anne.
Acton Bell!
Oh.
Right, we're level after 2. We go back to you, challenger. The Italian artist Jacopo Robusti, who created the huge painting Paradise for the Doge's Palace, was better known by what name? Was he Giorgione, Raphael, or Tintoretto?
I'm going to plump for Tintoretto.
Yeah, well done, Tintoretto. It is. Nicely
Go on,
done.
Fred.
Chris now under pressure. I write this sitting in the kitchen sink is the much-quoted first line of which of these books? Cold Comfort Farm by Stella Gibbons, I Capture the Castle by Dodie Smith, or Beloved by Toni Morrison?
Sitting in the kitchen sink. Sounds like something nasty in the woodshed. Cold Comfort Farm by Stella Gibbon.
It's wrong, Chris. It's I Capture the Castle by Dodie Smith. So another victory for our challengers. Well done. Good comeback there by Fred, who will be in the final. Chris will not. Come back to us, rejoin your teams, and we'll play the final round for £1,000. This is what we've been playing towards. It's time for our final round. It's general knowledge. Those of you who lost your head-to-heads, though, won't be allowed to take part. So, Dan from Quizness Secrets of the Pharaohs, and also Chris and Pat from the Eggheads, would you please now leave the studio? Fred, Greg, Matt, you're playing to win Quizness Secrets of the Pharaohs £1,000. You've strategically done a brilliant thing getting this far, particularly knocking Pat out. Steve and Lisa, you're playing for something that money can't buy, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. Their general knowledge, you can confer. So we'll find out now whether your 3 brains can finish these 2 off. Would you like to go first or second?
Go first.
Go
It's
first.
worked for us so far.
Yeah, we'll stick with first, I think.
Yeah.
Good luck. General knowledge. Which of these billionaires divorced his celebrity wife in August 2022? Donald Trump, Rupert Murdoch, or Jeff Bezos?
It's not Bezos. Divorced a couple of years earlier.
I don't think it's Donald Trump.
It's not Donald Trump. It's,
I think Rupert Murdoch recently...
He did. Jerry Hall?
Jerry Hall,
Okay.
right? At least I think that was
Yeah.
in the press. Should we
Sounds
go
good
with
to
Let's go. Let's go.
Rupert Murdoch?
Let's go Rupert Murdoch.
We're going to go Rupert Murdoch, Jeremy.
Rupert Murdoch is correct. OK, Eggheads. In North American hospitals, what is a gurney? Ward, nurse, or wheeled stretcher?
Stretchy.
Yeah, stretcher. Yeah. That is a wheeled stretcher, Jeremy.
It is a wheeled stretcher. It's a useful old name, that. Useful word, but very American word. A gurney. So, challengers. The Tyne Wald is the parliament of which island? Isle of Man, Guernsey, or Jersey?
The only thing I think is, like, because Isle of Man, and the fact that it's that part of the UK,
Yeah.
and it's almost like a sort of Welsh-sounding
Yes.
name, but I have no idea other than that.
The other ones may sound French, potentially. I'd say I'd go Isle of Man, personally.
I'd say Isle of Man too.
Okay, we're gonna take hopefully what's an educated guess of Isle of Man.
Let's see, are they right, Eggheads? Yes, you're right. Well done. 2 out of 2. £1,000 we're playing for. Back we go to our Eggheads. According to superstition, where is it bad luck for a cowboy to place their hat? On a cactus, on a horse, or on a bed?
I heard this before.
It's just stupidity to place it on a cactus, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. On a horse. Suppose a horse could do one, run off with your hat.
Well, is it one of those things like if you
Like
put the
shoes
hat
on
on
the
the bed, it
table,
means they're
isn't
going to
it?
die or something?
Yeah, well, I'm drawn to bed, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
I've literally never heard this before.
No, me
I'm just
neither.
trying to think of John Wayne where he puts his hat. Yeah, I'd have to say bed, but
Yeah, I mean, I'd go with bed. So
yeah.
Go with
Don't
it.
know, but yeah, try it.
Okay, bed. Well, we've never heard this, Jeremy, neither of us being cowboys, but we'll try it on a bed.
Yes, it is bed. On a bed is right. We can't quite work it out, but it's right. Well done. 2-2. Ooh, it's heavy going here, isn't it? But you're in command, guys. There's 3 of you and 2 of them. In 2022, the 17-year-old Romanian David Popovici became a world record holder and double world champion in which sport? Cycling, athletics, or swimming?
I mean, there's been the World Athletics this year.
It's not cycling.
It's not cycling.
It's not
okay.
cycling. The swimming was also at the.
Was there the World Swimming as well
It
this
was at
year?
the same time as the athletics.
Wasn't that the Europeans? Oh no, it was the World.
It's not necessarily the World Championships.
Okay.
It's just the
okay.
world record.
Well, if there was World Athletics and
But I
swimming.
can't think of an athletic
Double
event.
world champion, so 2 events.
I can't think of an athletic
But you
event.
could easily be a double world champion in swimming.
I think it'd be I don't know, for some reason something's drawing me to swimming, but
I'm 50-50
no
in
idea
athletics
why.
or swimming,
So
so
am
if
I.
you're both swimming. I think based on the age, maybe go for swimming.
Yes.
Yeah, happy?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go for swimming.
Swimming is your answer. Swimming is right. 3 out of 3. This is really good, challengers. You're playing with some consistency. Eggheads, which of these European prime ministers began their 4th term in power in 2022? Mark Rutte, Mette Frederiksen, or Mario Draghi? Get this wrong, you've lost again.
So let's go on a standard 4-year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So 12 year back, somebody came into power 2010. I've got a preference for Rutte, but that's all.
To be fair, I'd have gone the same way on my own.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
And I
by any
can't give
means.
you anything else to rule the others out. I think you
Yeah.
can fairly happily rule out Draghi, but the other two, it's too tricky.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to go with
Yeah,
Rutter.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the one, but I'd go Mark Rutte.
Okay. So on a considered 50-50, Jeremy, we're going to say Mark Rutte.
Mark Rutte is your answer. The Italians have called back Draghi, I think, so he could have done 3 and then a break and then a 4th. But you've got it right. It is Mark Rutte. Well done. Well done indeed. So it's level. We go to sudden death challenges. It gets a bit harder. I don't give you options. The Turner Contemporary is an art gallery that opened in which seaside town? In the south of England in 2011.
I mean, Bournemouth. Maybe.
Bournemouth,
Is there
Portsmouth,
a lot of art and like, cultural stuff opening there? It's definitely not Brighton.
It's not right. No. Worthing? No.
Okay, it's going to be a guess, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes, complete guess.
Now, what are we going to narrow it down to then?
Should we go Bournemouth?
Should we try Bournemouth? I don't know.
Let's try Bournemouth because none of us know.
Okay, we're going to guess
as any.
Bournemouth, but it's.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a less of an educated guess this time. I think.
Do you know Eggheads?
Margate.
Margate. OK, so the Eggheads have the ability to end the contest. Which Prime Minister carried out a currency devaluation but declared that the pound here in Britain, in your pocket, had not been devalued?
Pound in your pocket, I'm pretty sure it's Harold Wilson.
Frankly, I don't think I understood the question even, so we might be riding on you here, mate.
I associate that phrase with the pound in your pocket.
Go with it. I've nothing better to offer you.
It's all yours.
My learned colleague tells me that's Harold Wilson, Jeremy.
If it's right, then the contest is over. But was it Wilson? That's what we want to know. Eggheads at the back, was it?
It was.
Yes, it was Harold Wilson. We say congratulations, Eggheads. You have won.
Well done, guys. Really well.
You gave them a run for their money, challenges. You really did. They've won again, and they reign supreme over Quizland. So the challengers don't take home the £1,000. We roll it over to our next show, and we wonder if you can get a bit of a run going again, Eggs. Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers have the brains to defeat them with £2,000 to play for. Till then, goodbye.
Join wild swimmers the Seaview Salties taking a bracing plunge into the stunning but freezing Solent in Isle of Wight, Jewel of the South Lured 8. Coming up, revealing the tricks of the trade they use to get you spending on luxury eggs and more. We go inside Aldi at Easter next.